What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. Of course, you see my title today, and you're probably going to figure out what to expect when I start making this title. Don't not click when you start seeing these things, because this is going to be the problem. And this is the major problem I have with everybody who follows any sort of independent art at all, is that if you see anything that's like a positive promotion or anything like that, you don't click on videos, and you often just click on the clickbait that's for the angry outrage videos. And so that's why we, of course, make those so that it draws people into the channel. But the end goal here is to actually change the culture and do something positive, do something different. And we are going to highlight some projects that are out there right now that I would like people who enjoy comic books to consider, because I think these look pretty interesting and pretty good. So with that aside, and if I got to say, when I say you, I'm not necessarily talking about you. I'm talking about the global aggregate you. I'm supposed to, of course, as a good YouTuber, you're supposed to be like, we have the best audience and all the blah, blah, blah. I'm supposed to do that. But I don't like platitudes and fake things, so I just don't do them. Sorry about that. If you like fake things and platitudes, go to other channels. All right, hit the like and subscribe button anyway, because we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to give you good content. We're going to give you quality comics, and we will continue on now. All right, the first one I want to highlight this week in changing our cancer culture, doing something positive for the community, is Wall Might Gold Standard. This is a book by Timothy Lim, who has done pinups for me, and I have supported every one of his campaigns, and I have all the Wall Mights already. But this is a whole trade paperback omnibus of Walmart, and there's only 49 of them left. It's going to sell out probably before this video even launches. So grab it before it's sold out. This is probably the one that you need to grab right now, because they do limited print runs on these. They do have a digital version if you just want to read the book. The whole concept is, of course, obviously, it's making fun of My Hero Academia as a parody, but with a whole Donald Trump theme around it. Very funny, and he's got his little bunny character in there. His bunny character is good stuff, too. They'll be launching another campaign shortly with this, and I will alert you to that when that comes out also. So good stuff. Of course, everything they've ever come out with, I've read it. Mark Pellegrini writes it. Tim Lim always gets a lot of the credit, of course. I love you guys both, but Mark Pellegrini is a wonderful writer as much as Tim is a wonderful artist, so they do deserve great credit. And Brett Smith actually did the colors on the first one, and Brett Smith is an amazing guy who I support also. Good stuff. Definitely check this out. Get this before it's gone. Next, I want to highlight a couple ones that really need your help. They really need you to come in. And the first one is going to be Galaxy Ascendant number 7. This one's by Yakov Merkin. If you've seen him stream with me, he is a former Israeli soldier who writes science fiction books. And he has written 7 freaking books in his science fiction series. It's an epic, spanning, galactic, awesome space opera. Is that what I'm supposed to say? I don't know. But it's really good. I read the first volume, and of course, I barely read any full novels at this point, because I'm always reviewing comic books for you guys, so I just don't even have time to read. But if you like novels, if you like my science fiction novels, you'll probably like Yakov's stuff. And he is about $521 away from funding, and he's got 5 days to go. So I really want to give this a push and make sure this funds, because Yakov is a wonderful patriot for his country, Israel, and he is a wonderful person and a great writer. So check it out. Awesome. Next is another one that also needs some funding. It just went up a little bit, and it should be getting way more than it is. It always drives me crazy. I was getting attacked by a certain comic book YouTuber the other day who was trying to humble brag and be like, my book got 7,000 backers and yours only got a couple hundred, as if that was supposed to mean something about his book being fantastic or something like that. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that somebody's really good at online shilling, better at YouTubing than me. That's the type of person who would go on there and actually go, we have the best audience of all time, and we're wonderful, and we're just so great a team, yay, and just say whatever anybody wants to hear rather than whatever anybody needs to hear. And of course, when you get that kind of thing, you get salesmen, and salesmen are what sells. This is not written by a salesman or drawn by a salesman. These are written by Robin Snyder and Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko, you might have heard of a few times. He created a little thing called Spider-Man. You might have heard of it. And a little thing called Doctor Strange. You might have heard of it. And of course, he's done a lot of independent work over the years also. And he, right before he died, was having the most productive years of his life, coming out with amazing stuff that he was releasing independently. And look, that kind of a level of talent, probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest comic artist ever to grace the industry, is only getting 70 backers. That's absurd, and it's insane, and it's wrong, and it's exactly why I'm making these videos so that we can highlight this kind of stuff. It goes to show that quality is not necessarily what people back. People just back based on feelings and stupidity. But we are better here, and so we are going to highlight this. And I have backed this, of course, myself because I'm a big Steve Ditko fan. I want everything that's coming out. I want to soak this in and be influenced by this beautiful work. I want to create my own comics, and so this is it. Now, all of these links will be down below. So when you guys, if you see anything that like strikes your fancy, that looks cool to you, there's not a ton of information on this. It just says it's like ghost stories, and he used to do collections of ghost stories for different magazines, and these are going to be new ones. So I have no idea, but I just know it's Ditko, so I know it's going to be solid. You can tell by the artist. All right, so do check them out. Next one, I'm going to get some crap from people for promoting this one, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't care. And that's how this works here. Vestige number 2. Now, I did a review of Vestige the other day for the first one, so you can go look that up. And it was a solid start. I think that these guys are amateurs, and it looked like an amateur effort because they've never done it before. However, it did have the kernels of a story that was pretty decent. And I believe that if that is taken to heart, and there's some little tweaks made to the pacing, and some little tweaks made to just actually the lettering is what needed more than anything else, they could have a solid story here. I've also been talking a bit with the writer Gat Hanzo, who has been pretty cordial and pretty nice all the way around. He's, of course, struggling and getting attacked by the very people who attack me. And, that just makes me want to be nice to people who are under attack, because I've seen what it's like to be under fire. Now, this also has a benefit to me of having a new artist on it. And I've actually followed this artist. They're a brand new artist. I think this person draws women so much better than the Donald DeLay or Ethan Van Sciver did on the first one. So this actually looks like a real woman. I love this art. I actually really want to work with this artist at some point. So I might do that. This artist really strikes a chord for me. This is quality old school cartooning art, and I love it. So that is a big positive plus for me. Look at this. That is an actual feminine woman, and I appreciate that. This is not a man with boobs, and I see so much of that in independent art where artists just really can't seem to dial in the female form, and this person's got it. So definitely love this, and yeah, I mean, you don't have to support what you don't want to support, but I am going to highlight the ones that seem interesting to me, and that's it. Cool. Don't leave me negative comments. I'll block you. All right. Niobe Birthright number 1. Now, Larry Higgins is also a really good guy, and I have backed his Niobe books before, and he's actually been out there just quietly cranking out books, and he's got a nice combo with Rags. Brian Ball is a big independent writer who's got this character on his cover here, which is doing pretty well. Looks like he's doing pretty well and actually already hit his goal. He's got a weird goal because he's actually Canadian, so this is translating from Canadian dollars. Oh, he hasn't hit his goal. He's almost there. We'll get him there. We're going to get him there from this channel is what we're going to do. And Niobe was a bunch of black and white stories, and I read them and enjoyed them in the first ones. And he now has brought this character to color, which is cool. So he's got a bunch of different variant covers, a bunch of different options for the character, and shows some of the nice art down below. Cool. So it's a very cool story. It's very fun. I like Larry a lot, and definitely appreciate him as a person and as an independent guy who comes out with multiple books. So I definitely want to highlight him also. That's it for today, guys. So that is, I'm trying to just do 4 or 5 because I think it gets overwhelming if we do more than that. I'm sorry if I didn't highlight your book or your friend's books. Definitely send them to me because, I look for them and I try to find what's interesting, but it's not an insult to you. I literally just think about what's interesting to me, within 5 minutes making this video. So hopefully, this catches on, people like it, and we move forward here. Of course, I have my own book, The Cosmic Warrior, and I actually want to highlight something because I got hit with a fake review the other day. This isn't a fake review. This is just a negative review, but it was very weird. So he goes off about on how it's a pretty decent book, but he just didn't like it anyway. And so not bad for a 2-star. I like that kind of thing when I get negative reviews. But this one was a fake review here. And you can see because it doesn't have a verified purchase, and I don't have any other way to get this online unless you've actually purchased it or unless you're one of my Patreon subscribers. One of my Patreon subscribers is not going to leave a review like this. But they use buzzwords like Tumblr art aimed at grifting people sick of the comic industry. And what happened here is somebody was targeting me because I was making my Antifa videos this week and left a 1-star review. When there's only 10 reviews, that knocks my rating down really badly, and I need some help. So if you would leave a review for The Cosmic Warrior, only if you read the book, that would be great because it does help the marketing efforts to have a lot of reviews on there. People love social proof, and if they see that a lot of people have read it, a lot of people then come and check it out and have more faith in it. And that's what we need for these books. That's why we need to get these numbers up all the way around. So oddly, it's harder now for me to actually get reviews than it ever has been, even though my sales are up better than they ever have been. It just seems like people like to read and go, maybe don't like to leave reviews as much, but we definitely need your help there. So please do so and counter this fake review right here. From a guy who did not even buy and read the book. Thank you so much. All right, that's it for today, guys. We will be back soon. I hope I didn't overwhelm you or irritate you too much today. I'll see you guys soon. Please leave comments down below. Let me know what you like out of this, what your guys' tastes are, because that helps me refine some of this stuff too. Because if you guys have something you like that you find interesting, and I kind of know and can gauge what you're interested in, that helps me to then send you what you're interested in, right? Makes sense? Cool. I will see you guys tomorrow on the next video, whatever happens. And I hope we just have a very simple, easy day tomorrow so I can do a Comics Writer Pro Secrets. No news. Wouldn't that be great? See you on the flip side.